This spring, the Science and Art project is focusing on how to employ the power of storytelling in science.
As scientists, we are trained to dissect problems, to cut them into smaller and smaller pieces, and to really find new answers to new questions and then generate more questions. But as a society who's grappling with climate change, we need to find solutions. And the analyzing solutions is just one part of the story, and you see I'm using the word story, but emotional content is another one. We need to translate knowledge also into action, and that usually works with emotions or via emotions.
We've brought 2 playwrights to IIASA who are experienced with writing about science and working with scientists, and their challenge is to turn recent IIASA publications into theatre plays.
Climate change is not just an issue to be fixed, it is our new reality. It's the lens through which we must shape the future. And in my years as a theater artist, I've focused almost exclusively on interdisciplinary collaboration, and I have found that the merging of art and science is an incredibly fruitful and necessary foundation for this work, for this future.
What a day. It's a great day to be alive. It's great luck to be alive. As long as I've been alive, the world's been at war. That's all over now. Well, not entirely. There's still rumblings here and there. When wars so big happen, there are wounds that open, a million little nicks and bruises. Even after you staunch the bleeding, it takes time to heal. It's time to heal. Onwards and upwards. Time to eat cake. Slice, scoop, slide, spoon, bite, lick.
We should stop eating this cake. It's not the same anymore. We ate all the good parts already. If you haven't noticed, our grand cake is looking different these days. Many tears have been hollowed out by eager spoons and hands, so the fondant covering them have collapsed, like sick lungs.
When there's no more, we'll make more.
Oh, I eat. What else is there to do?
One day you'll have children and you'll see. The world will be enough. You don't believe you'll have enough or be enough, and then you have a child. And suddenly it must be enough. You make it enough. This city used to be a small town, but over the years, it had to keep being enough for each new child that was born. Of course, there are things we lost that we can't bring back.
Remember the way the town used to be when we were young?
I don't think anyone remembers it quite the way you do, dear.
It was truly a great town. Those were the days. A golden time. I wanted nothing more than for my children to grow up in that town.
You made it impossible for any of us to know the town you love so much.
What?
It was gone the moment you had us. Now the whole world is in my backyard, and I can't turn away.
That's hardly our fault. Things change and we're only human.
Well, you insisted on more. Always more. Your insistence filled the tongue, stretched out, and now look where we are. We've got sprinkles instead of rainbows.
You were happy.
I didn't know any better. I was a child.
You were happy.
You're a parent now. Don't you want to do better? You say, do something. You were the one that wanted us to stop eating.
I grew up. The world is getting better every day. Famine, disease, going down. Peace. Last month, the wall came down. These things cost something. If we have to lose some things we once had in order to achieve great things, it's worth it. I'm grateful, Mom, Dad. My child will be grateful too, and smart and capable.
You still think so, Dad? It's 2010 now. You're 53. Uncle is 47. Grandma is 81. I'm over 2 decades into this life you gave me, that you all gave me. I'm still going. Slice, scoop, slide, spoon, bite, lick. Still going. Still going. But there is no cake.
You'll see. There's always more.
No. I'm saying this cake is not a cake. There is no such a thing as a cake.
I worked my whole life for you to have this beautiful cake, this perfect, abundant mess of sweeping valleys and sunsets, fruit-filled tropical forests.
What are you talking about? You didn't even have that. Your wars destroyed all that. Before that, the railways, the mills, the ships of conquering heroes. The first time we buried a seed in soil, the moment we named it, it was gone. It's just us, sitting at this table.
They look at the one empty chair.
Let's take it away.
No.
4 moves to grab the chair. 3 grabs onto it too.
Let go.
You let go. What are we saying if we just take this chair away?
Well, we're saying that we're thinking ahead for once.
You don't know who's going to come to sit on that chair. They could be important.
It doesn't matter at all if there's nothing to sit at the table for.
If we take away this chair, you're saying you're deciding there's nothing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's no cake. We're done.
We can't choose nothing. We make more. We leave, we find a way.
Maybe you should take it away. It's not enough anymore.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for.
I didn't know.
You choose.
I vote. I vote for the people that say that they are going to do something about all this. Put real money behind it. Winston. Well, it could be the next Einstein. Harvey. But this is a first world baby. That's like 5 babies. That's a wildfire of a baby. That's a Pakistani heatwave baby. That's a 310 lives in a Brazilian mudslide baby. That's an island underwater baby. That's your last chance to see a glacier baby. That's 8% of plants gone baby. Irma. And yet, because my dad wants it so much, because I want to feel like I belong, because what is all this for anyway, if not for love? Because I want to be a mother, because I'm afraid to die alone, because people will smile at me, at us, because I bought pens that make me feel like I should be a mother, because I'll be giving life, because it's the right thing to do, because I have a lot to teach to someone, because I drink a lot of wine and maybe being a mother will make me stop. Because I want to be adored, because I want to be needed, because I watch 5 hours of TV a day, because boredom terrifies me more than regret. Because we need more smart people. Because who knows what the future will hold anyway.
I'll be okay, but I don't know. Can I be okay if we're not okay? 7 card stud enters. are you? There are no more chairs.
The child you might have.
I?
Yeah, maybe.
When?
Not yet. Or already.
Your
Potential. Can I sit down?
There are no more chairs.
There could be, if you wanted there to be.
This is a bad idea.
I've never regretted you all.
Still?
Still. How could you say that?
I don't want my children to suffer.
Would you rather they never had a chance?
Even if they don't sit, someone else will. You should look out for your own.
I don't think this is a good idea. For you or anyone. There just isn't room.
What did she say? When you have a child, it has to be enough. You make it enough.
We don't believe in that anymore. But, I'm the only one who did the right thing, made the right choice. None of you realize how hard it was. I gave up so much.
There are a lot of ways I could be. I might be a child from your body. We'd have to share. I might be a child you adopt from someplace far away. I would bring my own share. I might be part of a dying species, and I wouldn't be here long. I might be a creation of your minds, a being with a consciousness that you can't even imagine. I wouldn't need a chair. I might not be at all, but then you'll never know.
It's really heartening to see an international scientific institution take up this call to action and thoughtfully integrate art and science into its body.
One of the things that I really enjoyed is this change of perspective. As a scientist, I'm trained to think in a very linear way, even though I'm claiming to be working on systems analysis and complexity and so on, but the thinking is still very linear. It's very causal. So I do this, and then this happens, and then you do this, and this happens. Whereas in the work that you produced, all the things are present somehow at the same time.
Often scientific findings will reveal not only information that's important for the public to know, but also reveal a lot of very complicated questions and dilemmas that we kind of have to work with and make decisions upon in the social sphere, in the political sphere, beyond science. And so one thing that art can really do to help that process is it can take these findings and not only the information, but also the kind of implied questions and dilemmas and create a kind of space for people to grapple with those questions so that the rest of society can also feel empowered to think critically about these large topics such as climate change and to make choices.
The other thing that I found really fascinating is how you turn ideas into words. They're not necessarily descriptive, but they create life and action. And we, as scientists, we always have to describe either a concept or a model or how the world works. We have to explain it. But maybe in the Wittgensteinian sense, you leave the ladder behind, and you don't need to speak about things. You show things, how things really are.
Yeah.